y'all. This weather crazy. Hold on. Let me show y'all. Here. Y'all see this shit? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. We're blowing like a motherfucker. Turn this back around. Come smoke with me. Come smoke with me. NFL all season, we're off the hook, y'all. The NFL offseason, we're off the hook so far. And we just getting started. Some more moves made today. Looks like Josh McDaniels out there in Vegas trying to recreate the Patriots in Vegas. They got the receiver Myers from New England, but then they showed the idiotic play from last season when the Raiders and the Patriots played, and dumb-headed decisions, right? So, but we know he got one of his old quarterbacks back, Jimmy G. So he should be happy. And us from the Empire are happy y'all got him too. You know what I'm saying? Now what actually surprised me a little bit was Darren Waller getting traded to the Jets. I mean, not the Jets, but the Giants. That one, because I thought that the Raiders might, you know what I'm saying? So, but maybe they might take that, what they got from that, and put it on to some defense, because they need some defense. They need some defense for sure. Yeah. Shout out to whoever's watching me. Thank you for the like. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But I'm juiced about our defense. I had heard the argument, well, they had put so much money into that player on the defensive end that could take away from the offensive end. And I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, they were saying how well, we really didn't need to get that because we was already the number one defense in the league. The number one defense in the league. But see, when you know the game, you know that things can look good, but things can also be better, And yes, we have the number one defense. But if you ask most people, they'll tell you that, yeah, we had a dominant defense, number one defense last year. But when we had DeForest Buckner with that team, you wasn't running. You wasn't passing, you wasn't doing too much of anything. You know what I'm saying? And we only got one good solid year out that group. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't no telling how that group, you know what I'm saying, would have turned out to be now, along with D4. So the fact that we finally plugged in, you know what I'm saying, the right Javon, I like Kinlaw. Don't get me wrong, I like Kinlaw, Watched him in college. So I knew what we were getting. It's just sometimes, you know what I'm saying, things don't pan out that way. Better that, but he's been hurt too. So I'm definitely happy that we got somebody, and then not only that, but he busted out 11 sacks last year. He might get a little bit more this year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely excited about the defense. Now we definitely have to work on our corners some more because we need somebody on the other side of Tre'Davious, because if we can lock down that other side, so now you would have a D line that you can't block. You're gonna have the best linebacking core with Warner and Greenlaw. I don't know if Al Shazier is going to stay around, but I think he's gone. If I'm correct, I think he's gone. So we're definitely gonna plug somebody in, but that front seven, best in the game, right? Safeties, we're solid with the safeties. You know what I'm saying? Hufanga, you know what I'm saying, on his way to being the best safety in the game. So you know what I'm saying, and we got Tre'Davious on one side, so now we need a corner on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely need to get. I like Jimmy Ward, but Jimmy Ward is, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't realize Jimmy Ward's been around for a good 12 years. You know what I'm saying? He was on the Harbaugh team. That's how long he's been around. So we definitely need to get that taken care of. And we need somebody to replace Da Vinci, but we can find that in the draft. And we also freed up some cap space, so we're definitely in a good position. But we also need to make sure that our quarterback, whoever our quarterback is going to be, right now it's going to be Trey. But right now we need a healthy quarterback all year. You know what I'm saying? If we can get that healthy quarterback all year, you know what I'm saying, we'll be in a good position to make a lot of things happen. A lot of things happen. You know. I seen Mosley went over there to the Lions. Hey, the Lions, I'm telling y'all, last year they was my sleeper. I told folks before the season last year, the Lions are my sleeper. It was something about, you know how like you can watch a team, like I don't, because Lions don't really be on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like nationally. So you can only get what excuse me. You can only get like so much. You know what I'm saying? Now unless you got like the NFL package, you know what I'm saying, or the red zone or whatever, and you could, you know what I'm saying, catch them every week solidly, you know, then you got a better insight. But my knowledge, and I'm not trying to be big headed, not trying to be cocky or anything, but my knowledge of the game allows me to not necessarily look full mass at a team, but to know the ins and outs of the game outside of what a player may have done or what statistics they put up. You know what I'm saying? It's those ins and outs of the game that you don't see, that doesn't show up on paper. You know what I'm saying? So it was just something about the Lions and just seeing some of the moves that they made that's just like, well, they have a good chance. I'm not saying they're going to win the division, but they have a good chance of making it to the playoffs as a wild card team. And sure enough, they almost did. They almost did. You know what I'm saying? They just needed some help, you know, because they lost that one game at the end of the year. That would have put them in good position to make it to the playoffs. Matter of fact, they would have had control of their own destiny. Man, what the fuck? Sorry, y'all. Had something. Nonsense. But yeah, so they could be, you know what I'm saying? But now I was talking to my nephew and I was telling him like the Lions look like something. They could be, you know what I'm saying, in good position to win the division next year. The only thing is with Jared Goff, you don't know what Jared Goff you're going to get from year to year. You know, one year he looks like, you know what I'm saying, an outstanding quarterback, like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And then that next year, he looks like he needs to be playing in the alternative leagues. You know, like the XFL or the USFL. And that's not to downgrade those football leagues, but when you talk about NFL compared to those two, there ain't no comparison, right? So you just don't know what you're going to get from it, you know. And that's definitely they're definitely going to be a team to watch next year, especially because they got one of my favorite brothers on the in the league. Which St. Brown? See, I get the St. Browns mixed up because you got Amon Ra, and then I always forget the other brother's name. You got Amon Ra St. Brown, and then you got the other brother. You know, and I actually like their names too. You know, I actually like their names too. You know,
not raining yet. Watch, on the way back I'm soaked.
Yeah, it don't look like we got too much traction going on right now. So I'm gonna go ahead. Woo! I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Oh, hey, Chaos, what's going on? Yo, hey, I'm kind of glad you popped in. I'm kind of glad you popped in because Aaron Rodgers. Oh, well, you know. The woods with some fire and a mixture. I'm smoking a gumbo pack right now. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers looked like he's coming y'all way. Jimmy King of that. Ah! Yeah, because then you guys just made a move for a receiver, right? Hey, Ron need to retire. We got rid of Mike White, so what's cracking, lacking? Boom boots.
That wind is wild.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna shoot.
Yeah, I almost was thinking it wasn't gonna come because it was supposed to start last night.
I thought it was really hard because like I went to put my foot forward, my leg went out. I'm like, and I haven't had that happen in a long time.
Oh yeah.
The dog was like, more brave weather is accident.
Chargers. Chargers going all in this year. Miami got some. Hey, Miami. But you know where Miami messed up at? By giving Tua, by picking up Tua's option. They're I think they need to trade Tua or just release him. You know what I'm saying? Or try to see what you can get for him, because it's not it. Under that system, Tua's gonna get killed every single time. He's gonna get killed every single time under that system, because all he do is throw deep bombs. That's all they do is throw deep bombs and run the ball every once in a while. And you can't constantly throw deep bombs all the time, because eventually, them corners, them safeties, oh, they gonna sit back. They gonna be like, okay, come on. Now, when they got the back end covered up, your old line's only gonna be able to hold up for so long. To where then Tua is either gonna take a shot or it's gonna get picked. He's not necessarily gonna run out of bounds. I think Mike White, he'll flourish under that system. You know what I'm saying? Because his skill set reminds me a little of Brock Purdy's skill set. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people coming out of college didn't think that Brock Purdy could throw it downfield. That's what that man was doing. He was hitting you with the intermediate passes, and then he would hit you with some bombs. You know what I'm saying? So, but the other thing too is you're gonna have to be quick. You're gonna have to have that pre-snap read. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go up to the line, or you know what I'm saying, right before the snap, you take that second look to make sure that what you're reading is aligned with what you're about to run. You know. Oh, I know it is. Oh yeah, hey, hold on, I'm gonna come back to that comment in a second. So I said, give you a shout out yesterday. Oh yeah, for sure, Moon Boost. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. You know, we just over here, you know, I drop some information, you know, we chop it up, you know what I'm saying, we have a good time, we talk about sports, music, you know what I'm saying, a whole list of things. You know, and then sometimes, you know, I'll do the StreamYard and then I'll open up the panel. Yo, Sad. Oh, shit. Yo, what's going on, Sad? Hold on, y'all. I'm over here, got a makeshift stand right now. You know, gotta keep it hood. what's going on. But hold on, let me go back. Yeah, so yeah, Chaos, we did get Sam Darnold. You know, I was a little surprised. But not that much so. Because we were actually talking about getting him like last year. I want to say it was like some talk about wait, hold on, no, that was before last season. Yeah, that was before last season. That's what it was. That was the last offseason. Oh, you're smoking that gelato? But yeah, y'all, it's been some crazy moves going on. You know, and the Philadelphia Eagles. They just yanking them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Eagles is just getting gutted. They done lost both their coordinators, right? They done lost some assistants, and they losing players. Now I know they still gonna be pretty good, but man. But you see, for us Super Bowl teams, for us teams that go to the Super Bowl, win or lose, because the fact of the matter is you want to be one of the final two teams at the end of the day, right? For a chance to be the number one team at the end of the day, right? So for Super Bowl teams, we understand that when you get there, it's like it's almost like a give or take type of thing. It's like, we'll give you an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, but now we're going to take some coaches, some players, you know what I'm saying? Might even take some front office people. You know what I'm saying? Might even take some front office people. That's the price you pay to be good. You know, but how you sustain it is, A, you keep the head coach. If the head coach has been successful, now the head coach might have a couple of down years here and there, but if the coach holds a sustainable record of winning, you hold on to him. The GM, you hold on to him. Your quarterback, you hold on to him. You keep a core. And this is with any sport. But with football is, you want to keep that, because it's not like, okay, so like with basketball, you can interchange your team year in and year out, right? Even with the core. Because as long as you got your superstar and you got one other player, everybody else becomes interchangeable. But you get those players to fit that. It's basketball. It's going to mesh. It might take a little minute, but it's going to mesh. With football, it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes you might get lucky and you might catch a spark, right? But normally, it takes a little minute, you know what I'm saying, to get things going, because you got to make sure you get this, you got to make sure you get that, you got to make sure you get this. You know what I'm saying? The first thing is you want to make sure you get a good general manager. You want to make sure you get a good head coach, you know, and make sure that they're in sync. Because the thing that I like about us is the fact that John Lynch called Kyle Shanahan, because we were going to hire Shanahan. that was like, you know what I'm saying, a given. But it's kind of backwards because you actually want to get the general manager first and then get the head coach. But he called him up. He was like, hey, man, would you be cool? You know, if I came aboard as GM? Kyle was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Come on board. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why that's why they announced them together. Right? They announced them together. You get that fit. You get that fit with the GM and the head coach. As you see, nothing but success. Now, have we gotten over that hump yet? Not quite yet. But the fact that we are putting ourselves in position every year to get there, hey, I'd much rather go through that than to be sitting on the couch watching everybody else play. You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather go through that than sit on my couch watching everybody else play. But we're going to get there. Trust and believe, we're going to get there. And it wasn't like an instant success type thing. Because we still have to go through the bumps and roads. They had to put together their team. And they took what we had and they evolved it into a Super Bowl contender every year. Every year. Super Bowl contender. And please believe going into this coming year, we will be a Super Bowl contender. We're going to be one of the top picks to go back to the NFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? Especially if Trey Lance shows his potential and shows what he can do, and his problem is reading the defense. If he can get that down and read that defense, I'm telling you, with his skill set, to be able to read that defense with his skill set, man, he's going to be this is going to be like, I ain't going to say it, Niner fans don't kill me, but this is going to be kind of like having Joe Montana and Steve Young on the team. Because if Joe went down, boom, you plug Steve in, and we still moving. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that too much anymore. So we're in a position to where we're going to have two good quarterbacks. But that's what Trey needs to do, is learn how to read that defense and let his skill set be what it is. Because the kid got it on. He got it on. Right? We know he can run. And he's big. So, all those working in his favor, all he has to do is read the defense better. Not hold on to the ball so long. You're going to have to get rid of that ball. In Kyle Shanahan's system, you have to throw that ball like that. You know what I'm saying? In 2.5 or less. No, as a matter of fact, yeah, 2.5 or less, but Kyle wants 2.3 or less. That's how fast he wants that ball to come out your hand. And the fact that he's big, so he can see. He can see, as a matter of fact, he can see a lot of things that Brock Purdy can't see. But the reason why Brock Purdy was so deadly is because he knew how to read that defense. You know what I'm saying? He had that, the IQ was very high. And he allowed his skill set to be what it is. Man, his comments ain't commenting. Two gets beat up more than Warriors. CB. Okay. Nah, that's actually the win. But it definitely is raining out here though. But it's not raining here right now. It was earlier. Raiders have let go key players. Yeah, it's raining and snowing in Boston. Yeah, Darren Waller went to the Giants. Brock Purdy looks like. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm actually about to get off of here, y'all. Gotta go finish out my day, but um, I'm definitely gonna be back up on here later on tonight. It's gonna be after the YouTube streets live stream because I don't want to go live while they're live. They have a very interesting guest tonight, y'all. They have a very interesting guest. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. They have a very interesting guest. If you know who Bobby Dillon is, then you know it's gonna be a very interesting interview. But I will be back after that. I will be back tonight. So, not unless coffee goes live tonight. If coffee goes live tonight, then y'all already know we're gonna tap in over there. But if he doesn't, come on back. I'm gonna throw up the StreamYard so we can kick it. And yeah, that's what it is. So with that said, like we do every time, whatever you do in life, keep it militant, stand on your square, and never let a motherfucker knock you off. And with that said, I'll see y'all later on tonight. Peace.